Okay, hi, welcome to SVR Sports Picks. His name is Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is Loshak and The Bag show for Friday morning, August 10th. Jimmy the Bag. Overall, yesterday, can't exactly. You had a positive day in MLB, didn't you?
Positive overall.
Positive day in
everything.
MLB.
I was saved by Pittsburgh, San Francisco. Everything
right.
went according to the script. That was my first quintuplet. I hit 4, pushed 1, and again, I can't bet the team total, the first 5 team total overs, but went 3-0 on my bets. Very fortunate to get 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth for the Giants.
But that's the way baseball goes.
And you know what? I'm gonna believe in today's card, and if the turnaround could have started last night in the Pittsburgh San Francisco game, I'm telling you, if I had gone 0 for 4, I would not be sitting here right now.
Well, you would need a day off. Yeah. Wait. What were your other losses? You had other.
I started off really bad.
Washington.
I started off bad. 0-2-1 in the beginning of the day, and then lost a Coors Field fade. I didn't get excited when Ionetta hit that 3-run home run to make it 5-3 because of the terrible Rockies bullpen. But that the Giants Pirates game gave me some hope, and sometimes that's all you need, Pete. Sometimes that's all you need.
Sometimes. Shout out to Twate Latte. It was Twate Latte's recommendation that we take a shot with Pittsburgh on that one, right? Wasn't that what it was?
He likes Pittsburgh. It was his recommendation, breaking down the Pittsburgh's offense, and he broke it down perfectly, talking about what a strength David Freese is in the lineup, and he had a big 3-run home run. It was Twate Latte, who's in our chat right now, back from Atlantic City. And shout out to Twate Latte and his read on Pittsburgh. And I'm very interested. He doesn't like the numbers. That's what he said about what's going on in against Holland today in that late game.
That game did not have an overnight line, so I did not get a chance to look at it. And also, of course, we do have NFL preseason tonight. Also, I did not get a chance to look at the 2 NFL preseason games tonight, but I am planning on doing that in the afternoon. And yesterday in NFL preseason, it was it was interesting, Jim. I wound up giving 6 picks and then tweeting one other play out, and I wound up going 4-3 on those plays. But 2 of the losers were involved teasers with Washington. I teased them up to 8. They were winning the whole game, and then they lost by 9. Belichick was going for 2 in the preseason every time out. So I did take a loss there. But in general, the preseason went well. Huge shout out to King Rail, right, who went directly against Sportsbit, right? Yeah. Sportsbit said that they loved the Bears, and King Rail said trust him. He liked Cincinnati, and you know what I said in yesterday's show? I was like, no offense to anyone in the sports bit, or to any other commenters on any of the hosts at SBR videos, but if it's King Rail against Sportsbit, I'm likely to trust King Rail more than Sportsbit. And what happened yesterday, I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, look what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Man, King Rail,
great call on Cincinnati,
proud member of the Low Bag family. We love him, and he's it's Friday. And I could have come in here broken and devastated, a shell of a man. And instead, I hit nicely on that Pirates-Giants game, and I feel great. Let's have a big day. Let's cap the shit out of this card, and let's have the turnaround for me moving forward last night's late game. Let's fucking go, man.
Okay, let's go. Annie Marek says, all hail King Rail. Okay. Let's see. Other comments are coming in. Let's see. What do we have here?
Danksy's saying Darius Geis already out with the MCL injury. God damn. I only had 24 hours to talk about how excited I was to see him in the lineup.
Let's see. Other comments are coming in. Marco Lou says, no more betting on the NFLX. What a shit show yesterday was. No, it wasn't. How was it a shit show? We did well.
And Underdog said you guys were spot on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, that breakdown was absolutely...
And actually, we took some other shots, but the clear consensus was that Pittsburgh was going to have value. Everyone talked about why they believed it. Yeah. And we had 2 different... We had Tom Marino, who lives in Philly, who says that he didn't like the Eagles there. We had another guy who goes to the Pittsburgh training camps, and he was saying that
Turtles.
He was saying that he liked the Steelers. That was a classic example of the kind of game, the kind of situation that can have value in NFL preseason. We all hit that one. That was one of my plays. I bet it. Pittsburgh +3. I gave it as a pick. Pittsburgh +3. I threw it on my winning teaser and would have had a much bigger day if Washington had just covered that teaser line. Let's see. What else do we have? Jimmy the Bag? Any other comments?
BT says bankroll's depleting fast. Father, give me the discipline to not bet till the start of NCAA college football. And he says, I already know this prayer is going to go on.
Yeah, the key BT. Sports betting is a fun recreational pursuit, but as far as actual money is concerned, if you're hoping to make money or expecting to make money, obviously you got to have edges. Second of all, you got to have discipline. Third of all, you got to have proper money management, and you've got to understand the concepts behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so BT, if your bankroll is depleting fast, then one or more of those concepts might be the issue there. All right, Jim. While I try to fix this, why don't you take care? No, why don't you get some comments there?
I will get to some comments, but yes, clearly the Steelers and the Browns were a consensus, and understandably so, broken down really well. So that was that's great. I'm so glad that you guys cashed. My man I'm ZH says Diamondbacks as well today. I can't wait to break down this card. I do have plays that I really like, and that I'm going to go into this card with confidence. And I don't have a lot of plays. I only have a few plays. I am going to start tapering off the quantity of plays, I think, later in the second half of the season. But God, I'm just so thankful. And Twain Seymour says, how about them Niners? Late push by the Niners makes me excited about the season. How can you not be excited about the season? A brand new season is, again, the word of the day, hope. Yes, fills you with hope.
That's right. All right, so I'm just checking out some other comments here, and then we will get into a MLB. The MLB card that I looked at, I don't know. Yesterday I had a bunch of plays that I felt like I was okay with the small card. Today I made a few bets on the overnight lines, but I'm not feeling so great about them. Or I'm feeling okay about the bets that I made, but the card in general has a lot of situations that are a little bit hard to suss out, or maybe just lines that are accurate. Kobe Valentine says WNBA saved my night. LOL, I broke even on WNBA. I did cash with Vegas first quarter team total over, but then the first half team total over I threw on later on, and that one lost.
When King Rail broke down why he was on the Dream, it made so much sense, and I should have just jumped on it. I should have just jumped on it. Everything that he said, all the reasons for taking them made sense. Home court, covered 14 of the last 16. He had a couple more, and my God, it he just nailed it. He just nailed that Dream. I believe he got it 3 different ways. WNBA, you guys are sharp right now, and this is a big card. I'm ready to get right to work. We will be. I don't mean to skip some of these important comments.
Yes.
Like Anthony L says, LOLZ. You are so Canadian, Jimmy. That's right.
Albert Almora, rest is not in the starting lineup on Friday for the Nationals.
Oh, yeah. Kobe gave us a bunch of stuff. Weeders, rest not in the lineup. Harper upgraded to the starting lineup. Thank you, Kobe, for doing this. Remember, the thankless stuff that these comments are.
Yes.
Joey Votto knee is questionable today. You know what? I heard people, Dave LA, talking about whether Trout will be in the lineup. I'd still be surprised if Trout was in the lineup, but I don't have real intel. On whether he will be in the lineup. Raul Rogers in the house went 6-2 yesterday. Like it.
All right, so yes, so once again we have other comments coming in. I'm just looking at it. Let me see.
Ulysses Hayes on the Brewers money line, very interesting spot. Ulysses Hayes, Cleveland money line. Joe Licari, our friend, remember his mom was celebrating her 60th birthday. Says I put a 4-unit play on the Ravens and cashed. Beautiful work. Robert John says I find today's lineup very difficult, except for Boston, Philly, and Yankees to win on the money line. Well, you know what is funny about that is I'm not on either of those 3. And I see some plays that I really, really like.
Okay. Sounds good. And all right, that's it. So let's get into MLB. I guess we can throw the record up there, Jimmy the Bag. Look at this. I'm not at my high water mark yesterday, but I did have a nice winner and a nice winning day, and I'm now at about 44 units up on the season. So I'm hoping that one way or another I can get up into the 50s and have a nice close to the season as I did last year in the second half. Now I'm looking at the card today.
Gorgeous. You are 13 plays away from 1,000.
Yes, a lot of those are there's a lot of correlation. We double up and triple up, as we know, but still, it's a nice
single unit plays.
Yes, single unit plays. Nice record overall. Yeah. All right, we will talk about the Cubs game, obviously, which is the afternoon game. The one game that I want to get to is the is well, let's talk about the Dodgers game, right? The Dodgers game. I had a casher yesterday with the Dodgers second half at minus 125. That was a winner. My sense is that the Dodgers are probably going to be a good play, at least offensively, in this series. This game, though, is a little bit tough because Gray has been so good recently and Maeda has not. So I'm thinking maybe Colorado first five team total over, and Dodgers then second half is the way. Those are the bets that I made on the overnight line.
And Kenley Jansen has gone back to
Yes,
LA
now,
with the
yeah.
irregular heartbeat. Does that not concern you for the
No,
second
not
half
in this
play?
series. Not in this series in this spot. But yeah, it's in general something to take note of. I'm much more concerned though, with what do we expect from Maeda? What do we expect from Gray? Because Maeda, of course, has been great at Coors Field in his career.
Very, very
but
good.
recently he has not. And Gray, of course, has been great recently with some nice results recently. So I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I know what I did. I know what my bets are. I know what my leans are. But I'm not exactly sure if I would recommend other people doing what I did. What do you think, Jim?
Well, I hummed and hawed over this spot again. Coors Field fade when you pretty much can choose, although the home team's going to have a much bigger minus 1.5 line than the road team. I like John Gray here. I'm not down on Maeda.
Well, I mean, no, I'm not down on him either. I'm just saying acknowledge it. His last few starts have not been good,
Yeah, I don't know if how many would you say have been bad? Let me
three, something like that. I don't remember.
Let me pull it out because Gray has looked excellent, but I'm concerned with his velocity against this lineup that smashes righties. Now, I love his numbers. I'm going to just grab get a better
while
look
you
at
do
my
that, Dave LA says, I'm on the Dodgers Rockies under 11. Tom Marino, I'm very interested to hear what he has to say about this. Tom Marino says, Maeda has been strong except the third time through the lineup. I think they will pull him sooner with the strong bullpen.
And is this bullpen still strong with Jansen out of the lineup? Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. He's been at a very tough 3-start run. Very tough, where he looked really good there for 4 straight starts and then allowed 4 earned runs to the Phillies, 4 earned runs to the Brewers, 5 earned runs to the Astros in that 14-0 loss. He's allowed 4 home runs over that stint. You're absolutely right, and that does make me even more comfortable. Oh, and Kobe Valentine says Jansen will miss 1 month because of a regular heartbeat. You can't even really put a timeline. It's dangerous to put a timeline on those types of things. But yeah, I'm going to jump on the Rockies here on the minus 1.5 line. Rockies are 22-13 since June 28th. Dodgers have their number, 7-3 against the Rockies this season, won all 4 games at Coors Field. I don't think that's going to continue. We talked about Pete talked about Maeda's dominance in Colorado, 2.18, not in, but against Colorado. He's good in Colorado as well, but 2.18 ERA against Colorado in 9 appearances. Gray looks dominant coming up from AAA, 2-0, 1.52 ERA in 4 starts. And 2 of those starts were at Coors Field. He's held opponents to a 140 batting average. And I'm going to back him. I'm uncomfortable with the Dodgers, how hard they're hitting righties. But I am on it minus 1.5.
All right, you're taking Colorado right now at Bet365, plus 195. Plus 195 is the line. You got that
plus
one,
195. So that's gone down. That's gone down
that's
in the morning.
what it is right now,
yeah.
Bet365.
That's gone down. It's gone down since. And my man Lamont Williams, our man, I should say, Lamont Williams says, I hit a 3-way parlay yesterday. That's why I love this show in the chat. Let's keep it going today. Friday, the hardest day to cap. Thank you, Pete and Jimmy.
Yes.
Love you, bro, in the chat.
Huge shout out to Lamont Williams. All right, let me see other comments here. Dean Stevenson likes the Tribe Chi Sox game under. Okay, that's interesting. The Pirates Giants game over again.
Not applicable gives me the strangest remarks about the Coors Field fade. It's like he doesn't understand it. The Jim no longer a Colorado fader. It's just a simple play, not applicable. That I've only gone off once in 64 opportunities. Once. Sorry, that's not true. In 55 times. One time I've not done the Coors Field fade. This is the same thing. I'm getting 50 cents more on the dollar on the Rockies than the Dodgers. I'm just going a simple Coors Field fade, my man.
Okay, I'm going to try to adjust this we will continue the show while I talk into the microphone here. Sure. I'm seeing that the Hanshin Tigers play from Underdog Ruiz 40 was a casher. Right? There you go. Shout out to Underdog Ruiz. All right, so I'm going to think about what I want to do here.
But sadly, our friend Lucrative Larry, Japan just has his number.
Another loss there. Yeah. Another loss there.
Japan
so what, is he up on the year still?
Still up on the year, but Freddie Fortune creeping around, creeping behind him.
Yeah.
Giving him the little tappy on the back.
Interesting. All right, so I'm going to think about what I want to do here. Again, my leans are Colorado first five team total over, and the Dodgers on the second half. Jim has taken Colorado minus 1.5 at a plus 195, and then Tom Marino telling us that Maeda was just bad the first two times. Good the first two times through the lineup, bad the third time through the lineup, and that Maeda is probably going to get pulled here, and that will help the Dodgers' chances. I'm thinking about the Dodgers on the second half as well. All right, I'm still going to think about what I want to do on this one. Why don't you pick a game that you want to talk about, Jim?
Sure. JD Williams asking, what is the fade overall year to date? I don't know the exact number right now because I went off of it and hit with the Pirates. But it's around 9.5, 10 units up. The way I've done it, the way Nostra switched back and forth, so he's done better with the fade. He's, I believe, up 18 or 19 units. Okay, well, let's get this afternoon game knocked out. Hellickson versus Hendricks, game time temp 81 Fahrenheit, wind blowing in at 9 miles an hour. Cubs are coming off a disappointing 4-3 stretch against the two last-place teams in the Padres and Royals. Nats have now won 7 of 10. Kobe's already told us, and Scotty Rock, what up, man? Catch you there, homie. Harper is in the lineup, as Kobe has mentioned. Harper hitting .339 with 5 homers, 17 RBI since the break. Hellickson seems to be coming back to earth ERA-wise, but his whip is still very good. He allowed a pair of runs, 4 hits in 5 2/3. In his last start against the Reds, he's got very bad numbers against the Cubs. 1-1, 7.59 ERA, just 2 career starts, though. Hendricks allowed 4 runs, struck out 7 over 5 innings. Last start against Padres. He's a difficult guy to trust right now. And you were on it when he started regressing.
Yes.
As was Dave Malinsky on it when he started regressing. This is a tough spot.
See, this is a tough spot. Normally, I'd automatically be taking the Nats here on the team total over, except the wind's blowing in, and he started to pick up some strikeouts recently. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
His numbers are starting to look a little bit better. His peripherals, Hendricks' peripherals.
Yeah, I mean, although he got touched by the Padres, he's also pitched very well in 5 career starts against the Nationals. It's a difficult game, and I have a little bit of a good feeling right now from how that Pirates-Giants game ended up, and I don't want to start my day off with this when I don't feel very strong on an angle here.
Yeah, this is another tough one. I mean, I'd have a vague lean to the Cubs here, I guess, but I'm just not sure what I want to do here. Let's see if any comments are coming in. Let's see if any comments are coming in here.
Ulysses Hayes says Cubs. Melee Payless Way, Washington 6-15 on the road versus righties.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay Sandercock says fade the Nats, O's and Twins big time.
Okay. All right, let's see. What else is fade the Nats, O's, and Twins big time?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
right.
it's Anthony L says Hendricks is my hero.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jay Stasher hit Pirates first 5 full game. Boy, get the cash. Nolly Notes says first 5 under, in the Cubs game. Tomer says Hendricks has been overvalued most of the year. I'd lean Nats at this price. JP says he's hard, and whatever arouses you, use it.
Man, this is a tough one. All right, so let's move on. Do you have another play that you want to give, Jim?
I do, but there's not a lot. The early action, the early 7 o'clock games, give me a cause for concern. I'm going to fade the Tigers, maybe nonstop for the rest of the year, even though Zimmerman has looked good, especially when I can get a line that's like pretty nice. Looking at this, it's almost I'm not sure if there's been line movement, but let's just quickly see Santana, Zimmerman.
Very extremely teeny line move in favor of Detroit. Almost imperceptible line move in favor of Detroit.
Game time temp 78 Fahrenheit, wind blowing in but sideways. Tigers have now won 11 of their last 42. They could end up being the worst team in the league. Coming off an 0-6 West Coast trip, they scored 8 runs in 6 games. Yeah, Santana hasn't looked good, but Zimmerman seems to be slowing down a little bit, which is something we expect because he gets those injections in his shoulder all the time. Started against the Twins 7 times, 3-3, 6.87 ERA. Tigers are now hitting .230 with a 648 OPS versus righties. Kobe Valentine says Santana worse than Zimmerman. That's fine, and I agree with you. Jay Sandercock says I got Tigers winning today, Jimmy. I agree with you that Zimmerman is pitching better than Santana right now. But now Sano is back with confidence. You saw the Twins getting barrels against Kluber yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Twins here.
This is another game I was thinking about, maybe a first 5 over, maybe the Twins' first 5 team total over. So you think that Zimmerman is pitching well? See, I see him as
he's coming back to earth, no question about it. He's pitched worse the last couple games, no question about it. He looked he looked good for the first time in years since he signed that giant contract with the Tigers. 4 years? He looked good for a little bit. But I'm just going to take the better team. That is simple. It's a simple play here, and I'm getting almost a even money line, and I'm just going to take it. I think this is a simple play. I'm also going to do the exact same thing with the Oakland Athletics against the Angels today, regardless of whether Trout is in the lineup. I'm just going to take the better team in an even money situation, and I think at this point of the season, that should work for me.
All right. Okay, so what do you want here?
Twins, money line, full game.
Twins, money line. All right, hold on one second. Twins, money line. Minnesota Twins, money line. All right, let's find the best line for you here. Line shopping here at SBRodds.com. At Bookmaker, we can give you -108. -108. Yeah, see, so you like the Twins, and it's because you just like their lineup better, right?
But not just a little bit better, a lot better.
A lot better.
So much better. And Tomore's right, Kobe's right about saying Minnie usually puts up hard fights for Cleveland, but they could be a little tired from a hard-fought series. I just feel like this is so much. There's just a much better team.
Yeah, it's another tough spot.
Andy Blue says, "I like it, Jimmy." Kobe said, "Hard to fade Oakland, especially with a good price back Oakland." I just feel like these are the same types of plays, and I'm going to take them both.
Oh, wait, which was the other one you taking?
The A's, Oakland A's, in this exact same sort of situation. Although the Tigers' offense is doing nothing, and the Angels' offense has put up 60-plus runs in the last 8 games.
So you want Oakland on the money line, huh?
Well, yeah, but so I'm locked in with the Twins. Are you not
-105, and then the Oakland, the best line, actually line shopping here, very, very important. The Greek still has -105. I don't know if that's a stale line, but I don't think it is. Oakland -105 is what we can give you there.
Yeah, and I don't have the inside scoop on Trout right now. But he tried to hit yesterday on the off day. I believe he's going to try to hit again today. I don't know if he's going to play. Anderson looked awesome. I'm a little uncomfortable with Brett Anderson off this incredible start, retired the first 16 batters. But Pena seems extremely questionable.
Yes.
And I'm just going also, we know the Angels hit lefties so poorly. 224 with a 671 OPS. Again, this is just an even money spot with a team that I'm just with a much better baseball team.
Yes.
And I'm taking them. So I got, -105?
-105. You might have a great play there. People are agreeing with that. People are saying, yes, we like Oakland. We like Oakland.
Roger T says Trout matters. No question. He matters. But coming back from a wrist injury, I mean, I don't think he's going to be completely on. Ulysses Hayes says Oakland. SM says anyone on Oakland team total over or over two team total over first 5. I like that play. That play makes sense. What we saw when Kershaw was against Oakland and Fires was throwing against them was that the A's are able now with this great bullpen to play all sorts of different types of baseball, to hit hard if they have to play clean defensively, to pitch well, to have a strong bullpen. They seem to be checking off all the boxes. Whether it's enough for them to win the AL West is something else, although I'm cheering for the Mariners like crazy in this series.
You're on the ball, Jim, today.
I feel good.
What did you do last night?
I feel good. I was with you last night.
Yeah, you should do whatever you did last night. You should do it again. I'm feeling like there's a lot of things I'm kind of liking, but traps. But I will make one play here. You're right. The Oakland, they just have a good pen, a good everything here. I'm going to throw on Oakland second half -135 as an official play. I might join you on this one and take Oakland -1 as well. I think you might be on the right side there. The Minnesota game, yeah, you're
I think I'm going to jump with you on that Oakland second half. I think so. I feel like this is a rested bullpen right now and a very strong bullpen, which just got another arm, a very old arm out of Minnesota, but another closer. Yeah, they just got the Twins closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to jump with that second half. That was good to me last week. Now I can't bet it with my book, but I can make it a play here.
All right, and I'll jump with you on Oakland -1 as well. I'll jump on with you in the full game as well. Again, Oakland -1. The money line is -105, and the best run line right now, shopping here at SBRodds.com, will be +145 at a bunch of places. All right, so Jim has thrown on Twins money line, Oakland money line, Oakland second half, and Colorado -1.5. I've thrown on Oakland second half and Oakland -1. Shall we move on? You want to do a little plug for Intertops? What should we do right now, Jim?
I would like to do another plug for Intertops because they did what we asked them to do.
They did?
They did. They got us the
rare in life.
They got us the reload bonus. So you can only use it once. You have to be American or Canadian. But yes, you have a reload bonus. It's 50% up to $200 American, and I have it here. I don't know. It's the link. I'm sure it's at the bottom of the thing, but I have it in my back pocket. NFL Reload. It's valid until the Super Bowl. which is great. Thank you to Intertops for people said, hey, it's only for first-time accounts, so we asked them, and they did.
And only for people from the U.S. and Canada, right?
Yeah.
So now you have 2 reasons to be jealous of us. 1, our freedoms. 2, our Intertop bonuses. Huh? How about that? Now they have 2. They're like, great. As if being jealous of your freedom wasn't enough. Now we got to be freaking jealous of your Intertop bonus on the as well.
Yes.
I love it. You know what I love more than giving winners is making Jim laugh in this show.
It feels nice to be able to laugh.
Yes.
It's been a tough MLB
I'm
season.
jealous of our freedoms. All right. So, yes, absolutely.
Perfect. So, so those are 2 plays that I was just very, very comfortable in making.
And here
today.
you go, Tom Marino Tomor, another with an interesting comment. People wondering about Intertops. First of all, go to sportsbookreview.com. You can read about it there. But keep in mind, Tom Marino likes Intertops. Why? They have great live betting. Only book I've seen you bet quarter and first half lines in live betting. Thank you very much, Tom Marino Tomor.
And he told us that it was the only book that lets you make $1,000 plus futures bets.
Mm-hmm. All right, Lamont Williams says, I love Oakland tonight. Okay, great. I'm feeling good about this.
Yeah, and Scotty Rock, forever from the Bay Area, says, yup, and then says A's second half is the play for sure.
Great. All right, I am Zeta says, Diamondbacks game next. So excited about that. So let's hit it.
Okay, and one more thing, just back to that. So we have Scotty Rock from the Bay Area watching Oakland so well. We have Dave LA in the LA area watching the Angels so well. And he says, yes, fade Angels bullpen is money. So I think we're in a nice spot. Yeah, let's go to the D-backs game.
Awesome. All right, let's go to the D-backs game. What is the D-backs matchup?
Buchholz versus Desclafani.
Right. See, this is another friggin' game that I'm just like, I look at this, I'm like, both these starting pitchers look vulnerable to me. So what do we take the over here? It's another game that I'm just like not sure what I want to do here.
I tell you what I'm going to do, not force anything and not make a play yet unless we come to an agreement sort of by breaking it down. I do not have a play coming into this, and I have not made any bets yet, even though I did love those Twins and A spots. Game time, 84 Fahrenheit, wind blowing out sideways, but very softly. There's a chance for a second half thunderstorm, which would help the Diamondbacks more than the Reds. Reds have now lost 4 or 5. As Kobe said, Joey Votto questionable, missed last 2 games with bruised knee. Diamondbacks have won 4 of 6. David Peralta, 18 for his last 37. That's a big deal with Jake Lamb done for the season. Buchholz has looked awesome this year. I mean, can you believe the guys that we're saying that about?
See, that's what I mean. It's another game that I'm just like, I just feel a little bit, I'm not sure what to think here.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. He won Saturday beating the Giants 9-3, gave up 2 runs, struck out 8, walked 2 over. It's his 5th win in a row. Struck out 8. I mean, I'm just. But Desclafani actually finally had a good start to give faith that they keep bringing him out there. Held the Nationals, the tough team, to 1 run, 6 hits over 7 innings. He'd failed to go. He hadn't gone 5 innings in his 3 previous starts. And 50 Ks, 18 walks, and 59 2/3. His numbers are starting to round into form a little bit, but that ERA is still high. The Diamondbacks are soft against righties, 233, 700 OPS, and the Reds hit righties pretty well, 253, but not with a lot of power at 726 OPS. Zigzag Man says Buchholz has looked great. I'm ZH says Arizona money line.
Is that for real? Zigzag Man, is that for real? I am Zeta likes Arizona money line. A lot of people like
not
Arizona
applicable,
here.
Not applicable. Lean Arizona.
Brian Watson, lean Arizona.
Yeah, and Tormor says I like Arizona. Arizona's lineup is built for hitters' parks, and their park isn't playing as a hitters' park this year. Desclafani can't pitch in Cincinnati. That's a very interesting point. You're right, Tormor. They were built for a hitters' park, and the Humidor is taking that away from them.
Yeah, Mr. Gokster 99 liking an Arizona team total over. See, this is why this chat comment section is so valuable. Plays are starting to become apparent to me. I'm thinking that maybe the best way to play this, yes, Arizona may be on the money line, but safer just Arizona team total overs, Jim. Does that make sense? Desclafani, his last start was okay, but in general, he seems vulnerable, doesn't he?
He seems vulnerable, but the experts kept him in the rotation when they have young guys that they could have given the opportunity to. Why did they keep him in the rotation?
Well, I mean, I think he's always had upside. He's had good success in the majors at times in the past, so it's not, and his last start was fine. I mean, he didn't get any strikeouts, but his last start was fine. So the fact that he's starting here is not, he just looks vulnerable to me, but I'm not wondering why he's starting. You know what I'm saying?
But he failed to go 5 innings, 3 starts in a row. They brought him back out again, and he proved them right. I'm very uncomfortable with this game, although I think that simply put, Tomor probably nails it with the Diamondbacks are built for the Great American Ballpark.
Yeah.
But I'm uncomfortable with this game.
All right, I'm going to take a shot with Arizona. First 5 innings, team total over 2.5 plus 103. 2.5 plus 103. That's the current line at Pinnacle.
Sportsbook Red says, been on Buckholt since I heard Dan Herron rave about him at the start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, Buckholz has. I was on Buckholz on his first start because you see that a lot. These kinds of veterans, and I was like, I thought he might have a good first start. I did not expect it to continue. Feel me?
Oh, I totally feel you. Absolutely. I'm not making a play on this game. Are you?
Well, I've taken first 5 innings, team total over 2.5 plus 103 for Arizona. The Cincinnati Reds lineup, how bad is it now? Votto's back, right?
Well, SM says Votto's back. I heard that he was questionable.
But do they have as potent a lineup as when they were closing out the first half of the regular season?
Without doubt, they don't.
Right?
Losing Duvall and having an injury to Schebler.
How big is that? Huge.
I don't know if it makes them just not nearly as strong. I don't know if I go as far as huge.
You wouldn't go that far.
But then, what? No, I guess maybe you're right, because then when Votto has a knee injury, their lineup looks very, very weak, and it's becomes easier to pitch around their big bat.
And how's the D-backs lineup right now? Built for the Cincinnati ballpark, and in general, we like them.
Yeah, well, with Peralta hitting the way he's hitting, it makes the Lamb situation and Souza struggling less important.
All right, so here we go. Mitchell Chagas, Arizona smashes Cincy tonight. Money line, easy play. Run line, value play. Raul Rogers leaning towards Arizona. JP likes the D-backs over. Let me see. And Anthony L. Likes D-backs money line. Not applicable, likes Arizona. So is this a great play, or is this another situation where it's not a good sign that everyone is on the same play here?
I don't agree with that. Everybody being on the same side being such a bad thing.
Jesse Dykstra, I like Arizona. Johnny Kotzen, Arizona money line. I am Zeta, Arizona money line. Pay less way, Arizona 11-4 after day off.
Jesse Dykstra is very sharp. I like being on the same side of him as much as possible.
So everyone is on Arizona in this game. Everyone in the comment section, the sharp guys, the morons, and everyone in between. No, I'm kidding. There are no morons. So we have the sharp guys, and then we have the just slightly less than elite sharp guys. That's it. Everyone's on Arizona, right, Jim?
Everyone's on Arizona.
All right, I've taken the first 5 innings team total over. I think I might throw on the full game team total over, and I think I might throw on Arizona -1 here as well. Great. Thank you so much, everyone. Go ahead.
Can
Jim.
we get to this Mets game, because Andy Blue 25-25 coming in. He's 10-3.
Well, first, let me just throw on Arizona -1. Okay, continue, Jim.
You're gonna do that.
I'm taking Arizona -1, and I might throw them on the full game team total over as well. Let me quote the lines again. The best line for Arizona -1, the money line -119. That is the Greek. Got a line shop at SPR at no matter what you're doing in sports betting, and SPRodds.com free line shopping service, and the best run line will also be at the Greek at +130. So a small underdog line there for Arizona -1, and I might throw on the Arizona full game team total over as well. All right, let's go to the Mets game.
Andy Blue says he's 10. We know this. 10-3 Mets play since posting in the chat. He is on Mets -113.
Yeah.
Says Wheeler's been lights out. Mets lineup has started to hit a little. Wheeler will keep it in that ballpark, and Urena, I have no respect.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Urena has been shaky, to put it mildly, recently. Wheeler is coming off of just great start after great start. I was thinking about maybe a shot with the Miami first 5 team total under, although, of course, I knew it was going to be 1.5, which it is. This is one of those suspiciously low lines. Wheeler has obviously been so great recently. Urena obviously so shaky recently. So why are the Mets such a small favorite here?
Has Urena been that shaky?
I mean, he's been Urena, right? He's been up and down. When he's good, he's good. But he's had like I don't have his.
I'm gonna pull it out. I want to get it.
That's what you get with Urena. When he has a good start, he's giving you 6 shutout innings. When he has a bad start, he's giving you 5 innings and giving up 6 runs. I believe over his last 5 starts, he's had like 3 or 4 bad starts and like 1 good one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got torched. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
he had 3 bad starts and 1 good one, and 2 of the bad starts were at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, Urena is Urena.
Yeah, he is. And that's why it's very difficult to take a first 5 under 4 when you have Urena out there.
Oh, I was never considering that. I was only considering the team
I know that you
total.
weren't,
Yes,
but
yes.
to be honest, it was something I was considering.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. I mean, if he's on his game, yes, you're probably going to cash that one easy.
Yeah, if he's on his gear, absolutely.
But if he's
right.
off his game, you're probably looking at a 5-0 Mets lead after 5.
Yeah, Anthony L says Wheeler was one of my second half buy-on pitchers. Andy Blue says -113 full game. You know what? Ulysses Hayes says don't trust Mets on the road with Wheeler. Wheeler has 17 consecutive innings without allowing
just
a
a
run.
wonderful comment from Underdog. He says, I love you guys. With no homo qualifier at all. We love you too, Underdog. That's Joey Ruiz, right? That's the guy who gave us a freaking Hanshin Tigers play, right?
Yeah, Underdog Ruiz.
Unreal.
Oh no, straight Underdog is not Joey Ruiz.
Oh, it's
no,
not.
That's Joey Ruiz. I believe he's working right now, but he is Underdog Ruiz.
Oh, okay,
SJ
right. I get that
Shark
confused.
Ruiz.
Anyway,
No
Underdog, thank you so much. I love you too. Well, he might not have been referring to us, but we're even if you weren't, I love you too. All right, let's look at this. What is let's see. Any other? I don't know, man. Kobe Valentine says Mets win 6-2. I mean that seems like what it has written all over it, right?
Well, I've seen enough of Andy Blue 25-25.
Yeah, he likes the Mets.
I'm on it.
It's just one of the things you don't want to overthink yourself, but
No.
it is curious. I mean, we're not the only ones who know who have the friggin' ESPN recent game performance. You know what I'm saying?
Flipper 13 says, "Damn, I really enjoy this show. Not hard, no homo."
Oh hell yeah, Flipper! And you remember when Flipper 13? I remember Flipper 13 came on this show. He was like, who are these clowns? I'm gonna watch the show and make fun of these guys. Well, what do you know? We converted him. Hearts and minds. Love you, Flipper 13. Thank you so much. Oh, it might happen. We might have Thanksgiving together. Not out of their own possibilities. All right, what do you want to do here?
I'm gonna tail.
All right,
I'm gonna
Mets
go
what?
on.
First 5. What do you take?
No. I was going to. I had a feeling that Urena could pitch well against this softer Mets squad, but is he worth putting my money on? I can't trust him. 2 pesos on Mets super run line. SM Mets 1.5 team total over. He's taking the. Oh, is it really 1.5?
No, the Miami one is 1.5.
Okay,
The
yeah.
Mets one is not.
Yes. I'm on the. I'm gonna go with my man Andy Blue. 25.
All right, Mets
25.
full game -113. Now, I'm thinking if you like the Mets on the full game, you got to like them even more on the first half, right? Why would that not be the case?
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But the Marlins bullpen is also trash.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to double up.
Uh-huh.
I just don't trust the Mets offense enough to double up.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about the Miami offense? They got Real Muto, Bauer, Bohr. They got some nice bats in that lineup. Or not? I mean, they didn't hit in their last series, but
No, they grind at bats. I'm a big Anderson fan, and Jeter wants Anderson and Real Muto long term in this lineup. I like the way Riddle's playing, and it looks like it looks they kind of caught. No, I wouldn't say fire, but they started hitting much better, and they've sort of come back to earth. They're 245, which is an okay average, but a 676 OPS versus righties. I mean, that's a very low OPS for that high of an average. They just have no power.
the Marlins, you mean?
Underdog says, Jimmy, did you set up your account for first 5s yet? Next year, right? Underdog, if I get on a run, I'll open it up as soon as the cash starts coming in, which hasn't been happening.
All right, I'm going to go with you guys on this one. This is the day of tails. Sometimes I'm a leader in the handicapping. Sometimes I'm a follower and a tailer. And when you're right, you're right. It doesn't matter whether you're leading or following. I'm a follower today, and I think I might have a good day. I'm taking it with you, Jim. I'm going to take the Mets -1. Definitely with Urena involved, you want to bet into volatility. So I'm taking the Mets -1 here. Again, the money line is -113, and the best run line is +150. That is at the Greek. I'm going to check the Greek right now just to make sure that none of these lines at the Greek right now are stale lines, because I'm religious about that. But if they're not, those are the lines I'm going to take. Mets -1, -113 on the money line, and +150 on the run line. And I might double or triple or quadruple up on this game as well. Don't overthink it, right? Wheeler is quality. Urena is vulnerable. And why overthink it? Right?
Yeah, and I think that Devo Lane is bringing. Oh, let's see. If you bet on the Giants tonight, you're losing money, says Scotty Rock forever, believing in the Pirates. But we'll get to that game. Devo Lane says, by the way, Braves Brewers over.
Braves Brew. Oh, and that's another friggin' game I was thinking about. That I was thinking about over as well.
I am on that over.
All right, well, let's jump to that one then.
Yeah, let me just get to my notes.
We love you guys too.
Peralta versus Gossman. I came close. I think that Peralta's magic is waning.
Oh, you motherfuckers!
I think Peralta's magic is waning, and Gaussman, I know 4th overall pick, but I think he's very susceptible in this spot. Let's go with Peralta first. First off, game time 82 Fahrenheit, wind blowing sideways, and it goes down to nothing, 4 miles an hour. There's a chance of thunderstorms throughout the first half of the game. They might push it a little bit. I don't think it should be too big of a problem. Peralta, 5-2, 3.54 ERA, 1.03 WHIP.
Mm-hmm.
Still has 71 Ks and 53 in the third.
All right, I'm checking the Greek right now. The Greek numbers on SBR odds are not stale. This is why line shopping is so important. You know what I'm saying? And having multiple outs. All these lines I just quoted from the Greek, they're slightly off market, which is what the Greek does intentionally, and they're not stale. So I will take that one, minus 113 plus 150. All right, go ahead, Jim.
Kobe says, man, you can't bet on Milwaukee with these pen issues. Milwaukee is turning into a downward spiral. And Rob Rogers says, Mets guys just full game. And that's all I'm doing. Although I can understand why Anthony L is taking them first 5. I can totally understand. I just don't want to double up is my only situation here. And Q Peso says, yo, I love you guys. And Q Peso, we love you. We love Lobagalin. We love your lovely wife as well.
Jared Trader says, Pete is on some shit today. No, just the usual.
Just feeling
Courvoisier, lean, prune juice. nothing more intense than that, Jared Trader. But I understand why you would say that. All right.
I wonder what Gossman is going to do with this team. And I don't know. I kind of believe in him. First start, he gave up 6 hits, 3 runs over 5 innings, struck out 2, walked 2, hit a batter. I think he's vulnerable. The Brewers and Braves, they don't have a lot of power versus right-handed hitters, but I think this over is very attainable, and I'm going to take it full game, especially with the problems that the Brewers are having with their bullpen. And the Braves bullpen hasn't looked very good lately. Ralph Portwando says Brewers over 8.5. I like it.
I was thinking. I'm just concerned because Peralta has been good, and Gossman, we know he has back class. I just don't know what to expect from Gossman in this start. I could easily see Gossman having a 7-inning or 8-inning start, 2 runs. I don't think he's going to be lights out.
I think the Brewers offense knows
it's a big lineup,
and they know that we've got to hit because we got to pick up our bullpen, pick up our pitching staff right now.
And is the Brewers bullpen really bad now? All of a sudden, should we change our view of them?
Yes, at this point we should. Nabel looks terrible.
You think so, huh?
He looks absolutely terrible.
And you think Gossman's going to get hit? Because if you think Gossman's going to get hit, then the Milwaukee team total overs are very low hanging. 2 and 4 on the first half full game.
They are. That does seem very, very nice.
But Gossman's, he had 1 bat. He's not that bad, is he? What's up with Gossman? Let's see what Tomarino Tomor, Kobe Valentine, and Anthony L. and others have to say about this one. Let me see. Dave L.A. likes also second half over. Both bullpens are trash right now. The Milwaukee bullpen is trash.
Yeah, I feel there's no need to solely take one team here. I'd rather have both teams handling it, and I don't want to put more than 1, 2, or 3. Like I don't want to put more than 1 unit on here. When we were on to something with that Pirates Giants game, and that's why it was okay to really dive in there. And but I don't know if that moving forward, especially this late in the year, I don't want to do that too often unless I'm really convinced something's going to happen.
I hear you.
And so here, I just like the full game over. Easy.
Ralph Portuando says Brewers over 8.5 gas cans. Come on. Peralta's not a gas can. He's been great.
He's starting to come down to earth. Let's get a little look at
his
his last few
starts. He's still getting his strikeouts. He's still getting everything.
Still getting his strikeouts. You're absolutely right. And he's getting them with an 89-mile-an-hour heater.
Tom Marino says, ridiculous overreaction. Milwaukee pen struggles for 2 weeks. Who cares? Atlanta pen is still bad. Yeah. All right. I was thinking about taking Milwaukee team total overs, Milwaukee second half here. Not exactly sure. Tomarino Tomor with another great comment. Gossman got hammered the second time through the lineup last start. Not sure he's handling the trade well. I don't trust him here. Great comment, Tomarino Tomor. Great comment, Tomarino Tomor. Kyle Jack, sharp money coming on Peralta unders for strikeouts.
Oh, interesting.
Great comment, Kyle Jack.
SM Milwaukee offense is due to explode soon.
Kobe Valentine, we'll talk about this game later, but Eovaldi, that's another game that's wacky to me. Eovaldi can't pitch this well forever. Of course not. And Bundy should probably get touched. Boston offense won't let you down this many times. All right. Let's make some decisions here, Jim.
Done. Full game over.
What are you taking?
Full game over.
You're taking the full game over in this one.
Yeah.
All right. You're taking full game over in the Boston game. In the Boston game, right?
Yeah.
I want
in the Milwaukee Atlanta
game. Yeah. I want to give a huge shout out to the comment section because yesterday I had a big winning day. You know what I'm saying? With the NFL X. And I do not think I would have been on Pittsburgh on my own if it hadn't been for everyone talking about that game. And that was one of my biggest bets of the night. And I'm just I just can't believe how blessed we are to have these guys. Have these guys.
And that's why I'm so ashamed that I'm in my fucking record, man. Seriously.
Yeah, Right. That's why I'm saying I just can't believe how blessed we are, and I just can't believe how bad Jimmy's record still is. It's like, no, I'm kidding around.
No, it's
you
no
know
joke,
the joke
man.
is there. All right, so
No,
you're
it's
going to
no
take
joke,
Milwaukee and Atlanta over 8.5, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it just took a jump down at Heritage, so we'll give you 110. All right. So you're going to take Atlanta over 8.5 minus 110. Atlanta over 8.5 minus 110. I'm thinking about Milwaukee on the full game. I'm thinking about Milwaukee team total overs. Thinking about second half over, as someone else suggested. All right, Jim, while I decide exactly what I want to do here, why don't you move on to another game that people want to talk about? Or why don't we talk about the Boston game? How
yeah,
about
let's
that?
do it.
I mean, Eovaldi, no way he can continue doing this, right? Maybe.
I mean, well, I mean,
he has great stuff.
Yeah, and that arm is jacked up. You know, game time 88 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing up very softly, almost nothing. Eovaldi 2-0 since coming to Boston, yet to allow a run in 15 innings. 2-0, 4.33 ERA, 5 career starts against the Orioles. Bundy 7-10, 4.38 ERA, 1.27 WHIP through 121 and a third. He's allowed 27 home runs in 121 innings, and don't forget that's not including the 3 home runs that he allowed in that inning and a half that was rained out.
Bundy.
Remember against the Red Sox in that 1.5 rain out?
I mean, Bundy is kind of like a hard-throwing, burly version of Urena. You know what I mean? He gives you good starts once in a while, but like 60% of the time, he's given up 3 home runs a game.
Thank you, Rock. Much love, man. God damn, these guys just mean so much to me. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And also, YS says Baltimore super reverse run line. Write it down, Peter.
I will write it down. YS, I wrote down the other plays that you suggested. They didn't do that great. Maybe for superstitious reasons you want me. All right, here, I made my decision. I'll take a double fade if Gus. And also I'll take the team total, the full game, because, again, the Atlanta bullpen could get touched. I'm going to take Milwaukee, first 5 innings, team total over 2, minus 118. Milwaukee, first 5 innings, team total over 2. I'm also going to take Milwaukee, full game, team total over 4, minus 128. That's the line. That's funny shit coming in here, Jim.
Yeah, right. Take a look.
All right, once again, Milwaukee, team total over 4, minus 128, and first 5 innings, team total over 2, minus 118. What do we got here? There. Thank you very much. Latte Latte. Latte Latte knows that as my winnings increase, my unit size increases. So yes, my unit is not now $2.80. It's now up closer to $2.90. Latte Latte, absolutely right. Astute. And I couldn't have done it without you, Twate Latte, because a lot of my recent wins have come on Pittsburgh games where I was tailing your advice. Twate Latte, all jokes aside, thank you very much for your Pittsburgh Pirates analysis.
Absolutely.
Oh, my God. All right, let's
and we want a video, Twatty, of a Pittsburgh play of the day. Anytime you are into it, but not something so dark and shaky. But I still loved it. We would have played it if it was up to Pete and I. We would whatever it takes.
All right.
Man.
So once again, in case you missed it, I've decided to add on Milwaukee first 5 team total over 2 and full game team total over 4. Let's move on. Let's talk about this Boston game. We do want to keep a brisk pace here, Jim. Even though the show has been good, the time we've wasted I think has been valuable because it's been funny as hell. Eovaldi, can he keep it up? I think Eovaldi's great, but does that justify a minus 180 line? I don't know. Bundy can be good. I was thinking about Boston on the second half again, but I don't know if I want to take the Boston at minus 170, although maybe I do. What do you think about this?
Nolly knows first 5 under Boston, Baltimore. I'm uncomfortable, but it's not that uncomfortable. I just didn't have a play coming in, and I want to hear what you guys have to say and then think about it and continue the study. I agree with you. Eovaldi can't be that bad. And Bundy's capable of turning it on. You know, whether or not he's going to here against this Red Sox lineup that smashes righties, smashes them.
Yeah.
273 with an 817 OPS. Oof.
Is it possible that Eovaldi is this good? How's the Baltimore lineup right now? They're not that. They're
not that bad.
Yeah.
They're not that bad. Chris Davis is no longer having the worst season in the history of the sport. One of them, but not the worst. Yeah, they're not that bad. Jones, I mean, I love Aaron Jones, but he's touch and go. Dave LA's on Orioles Red Sox first 5 under.
Orioles Red Sox first 5 under. Really?
And that's not the first one. He's not the first one to say it. Remember, someone else was on that as well.
I would see. This is all right. I've made some plays on some games that I feel funny about, but this one, I mean, I guess. Right now, the no-brainer call here would be Boston minus 1, and if it loses, it loses. You lose about a unit and a half or so. But it just seems like they have the better lineup, better bullpen. Eovaldi obviously is
It does seem like the play.
It does seem like just kind of a no-brainerish play.
Did they go out and get drunk to celebrate Mookie's cycle yesterday?
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it feels like the play. It also feels like something.
Oh,
I can
that's great
guarantee you,
news.
some guys who think they're smart and might actually be smart are going to be on Baltimore.
That's
today.
great news. Alex Letzinger got that's great news. I'm very, very happy to hear that.
What happened?
Well, he didn't get that bonus, and he'd opened up the new account and he talked to us during the show, and so that's great. That's wonderful news. So big shout out to Ariana. She cared about it so much as well. So that's great news, Alex. You deserve that bonus. Now get that cash.
All right.
Let's have a big day, Alex.
All right, so I don't know. What do you think? I guarantee you, people who think they're smart and might be are going to be on Baltimore. Definitely, there's going to be some sharp action.
Well,
on
we
Baltimore.
already heard the Wyas is
Yeah.
super
No, I'm
reverse
talking
run line.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, Cody Valentine's 8-5 Boston final score roster. Dama says, but the O's are so damn. I think it was the other way around, meaning the Sox are so damn good and the O's are so damn bad.
All right, I'm going to do it. If this is a square play, I'll eat the loss. I'm going to take Boston -1, simple play. The money line here will be -181. That's the current line at Pinnacle. And the run line here for Boston. The run line here for Boston will be -119. That's the current line at Pinnacle. So I'm eating like a -150 line here on Boston -1. If it loses, I'll be okay with it. I'll be a little bit annoyed, but I'll be okay with it. All right, let's go ahead, Jim.
Anthony L says guys who thought they were smart to bet Baltimore all year, now they eat at the soup kitchen.
Yes. Well, they're not eating at the soup kitchen, but they're they're boning up on their programming.
So
skills.
let's. Is this just a no-brainer play?
I don't know. Anthony McRae says, Boston, huge bounce back today. Betts hits a homer today. Rostradama says, is Bundy better than average? Because Sox crush average pitching.
Yeah. Is this just a simple play? What is Anthony L? Is this just a simple play?
Look at that. Yaya says, Peter, just go for the joke, damn it. I saw in your eyes. Just do it. Oh, there you look at these commenters. They're so astute and awesome. Oh, huge shout out to Yayas. Huge shout out to Yayas. All right, we want to keep a brisk pace here because we want to just quickly touch on WNBA and NFL and CFL. Anything else? Of course, we're going to review this in the evening. The only game that we won't be able to review is Washington Cubs. That's going to be a pass for me. You want to give, the Yankees game is interesting.
Let's touch on them really quickly if we can. Right. I'm on Miner's just pitching so well. Scotty Rock saying, what do I need to ask you a serious question? I have a San Francisco Giants hat. It's just a little too big, man. I got one in my spot. It's just a little too big. I need to get another one. Miner just looks very good. And the Rangers offense is good. The Yankees offense is heating up. I guess I just need more time with this game. An important homestand for the Yankees, and they got it started by smashing 5 home runs. They've now won 4 straight. Stanton has homers in 3 straight. Miner, though, since the start of June 4-2 with 3.26 ERA. Opponents rating 209 with a 633 OPS offense. He's pitching very well. He says he's using 4 pitches now. Instead, he had a 2-pitch mix. So now he's got curveballs, changeups in and out. He says he's mixing it up pretty well. I'm getting better with my pitches every week. And I thought he was going to be a stud years ago when he came up with the Braves. So Tanaka got touched, not touched. He never really gets touched too hard this year, unlike last year. It's a tricky spot. I don't have a play on this game yet.
All right, other games that are very interesting that we'll talk about more in depth. Bieber against Rodon. Rodon has been great, although his big Achilles heel is obviously his control, which did pop up a little bit in his last start. And then Bieber is the opposite, a guy who has great control. And last 2 starts once again returned to excellent results for Bieber. Congratulations to that guy. Knowing at every level his control has really served him well. I don't know. Again, it's tempting to take a shot with the White Sox as a home dog here.
I was very tempted to take him first 5.
Yeah.
But I did put a question mark beside it and not an asterisk because, I just so Cleveland's won 8 out of 10 games, but they've swept at home. They're 2-2 on the road. So the 61-25 that they're outscoring them is you take it with a grain of salt.
What's up with the Cleveland Pen?
They're starting to look good.
Better, right?
I think they're going to be. Not even better. I think they're going to be an asset. At some point soon. I really do. Brad Hand looks very good. If they give Brad Hand and Andrew Miller the key moment and focus just on Brad Hand, and Andrew Miller, I think they're going to be.
All right, I'm throwing
shape.
on Cleveland second half minus 145. It's a high line here, but if Rodon has a nice start, Cleveland might be in a good spot to come back late. I'm going to take Cleveland second half minus 145. That's an official play. Just think like Cleveland's lineup is just so much better than the White Sox, right? Or not?
So much better.
So much better, right?
Yeah, well, the first 4 or 5 are just so much better. I still, Martin is out of the lineup, and with the sickness, they're being very. I don't know what it is.
Yes.
But the back end of the lineup is not that strong. Although Kipnis has started to hit a bit. Actually, Kipnis is starting to hit, so that's going to help the back end of the lineup. But yeah, it's much better. Much better. What am I saying? But I like Carlos Rodon at home much better than Bieber on the road. And Bieber's road record is not very good. This will be his first career appearance against the White Sox. White Sox haven't seen him. That's probably going to help Bieber. But the White Sox batters know just get out there and swing. You know, Rodon has a 1.56 ERA in his past 5 starts.
All right, Ulysses Hayes says Cleveland shouldn't have issues today. Teddy B, Jets Falcons over 36. Mark it down. We'll talk about that in a second, but I will definitely put that. Yeah, Tom Marino says Miller is back for Cleveland. Other comments coming in. Anthony McRae, Cleveland first half under. Let me see.
There is one play that I think I might want to jump on,
Go
but
ahead.
I do have an asterisk and a question mark, so I want to talk it out here. I'm interested in the over in Cardinals, Royals, Gomber versus Birch Smith.
Yeah.
Game time 88 Fahrenheit, wind blowing in sideways and not very strong. Cardinals have won their past 4 series. They're 13-9 now under Schilt. Royals are 8-11 since the All-Star break, playing better. Gomber will be the 4th straight left-hander to face the Royals. I think that will help Kansas City get into a rhythm against lefties. Now, they are just 14-24 when the left-hander starts, but they're bad. They have a bad. I mean, look at the Jays. The Jays, I believe, are 14-28 against the left-hander, and they're going up against Snell today, who may or may not be probably on a pitch limit.
Definitely on a pitch.
Gomber 1-0, 4.10 ERA, 1.37 WHIP. Smith 1-3, 6.41 ERA, 1.53 WHIP. Birch Smith looks really susceptible. Smith lost his last start at Minnesota, 6 runs, 7 hits, pair of home runs, and 5+. Curious. So Mr. Gokster on second half St. Louis. Hugh Direction is on Cardinals second half, maybe over 3.5 second half.
See, I was thinking about that too. It's just that it's a high line you're paying for, minus 150. And, KC over the past 2 weeks or so, they've got a shitty lineup on paper, but they've been productive. They won 9-zip their last game. How much better is St. Louis's lineup than KC's lineup, really? I'm not convinced it's that much better.
No, I think you have a.
What's your opinion, Jim?
I think you have a point there. We've talked about how the Cardinals don't seem to get 2 guys rolling at the same time. They do have the NL leader in home runs with the great Matt Carpenter. Yeah, and when I read his explanation of why he still hits into the shift, it made so much sense to me. He's a smart guy. I'm a big fan. Other than him, you're
probably
right.
going to be on the Orioles tonight, Matt Carpenter.
Okay, I think the so what do you think about this total? Do you think that it's a dangerous spot, this full game over here?
I don't know. The lineups look a little bit chintzy. The starting pitchers look vulnerable. I have no opinion on this one. Yes, I was obviously thinking about a shot with the over, first 5 over. I was thinking about a shot with St. Louis. If it was minus 125, I would be on it. Minus 150, it's a little bit more borderline.
And what is the full game over with the?
It's 9.
And what is it juiced?
I think it's just 9 at. Oh, actually, wow, it's gotten bet up. Okay, there you go. Minus 122 at Pinnacle is the best line. Heritage and Betmania already jumped to 9.5, and Bookmaker. All right, it's gotten bet up a little bit since opening. 9 minus 122 would be the best line right now. First 5 innings would be. Let me find that one. St. Louis KC 5. Minus 111. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll just.
What's that?
Al Winner has dropped $1.99, giving it over to
yes,
to
SBR ownership and YouTube ownership. Thank you very much, Al Winner.
It's the thought.
SM asking, why is the Yankees second half line so cheap at minus 140? Well, the Yankees lineup is not. I mean, obviously, the Yankees second half plays, which I was betting game in and game out, was partially predicated on their bullpen earlier in the year. Also predicated on their offense, which is not necessarily. I mean, over the past 2 weeks, who's had the better offense? The Yankees or Texas? Hasn't been that big of a difference, right? Yankees offense has been slumped out. Texas has been productive.
No doubt.
And I think there's your answer, SM. I wouldn't want the Yankees here on the second half with the way they've been hitting, with the way Texas has been hitting.
It's a dangerous bet.
Yeah. All right, so anything else you want to add? We will talk about the Snell-Estrada game. I was thinking maybe a shot with Tampa Bay in this one, maybe Tampa Bay second half, actually, but what do you think?
I guess I'm going to wait on this. I'm going to wait on. I feel like if I was going to take first off White Sox first 5, I would like a bigger line than I'm getting. I believe it's just plus 125 sort of market, and I would want more. Twadi Latte, Pirates play today. Pirates team total over 3.5.
Wow, he's liking it again, huh?
Yeah.
See, that one I didn't have an overnight. That game didn't have an overnight line, so I didn't have a chance to look at it. And Jim, very quickly, what's your take on the Tampa Bay lineup here? Are they going to be productive here in the Rogers Center? Or are they going to get shut down? Because Toronto suddenly out of nowhere has been hitting.
They have been hitting, and
right?
and Devin Travis is hitting, and remember we talked about it actually. It sort of happened maybe about a month ago when the back end of their lineup. See, it was Greichek and Travis started to hit, and when you got that back end of the lineup hitting, it makes it easier for everybody else.
All right, so we will talk about all this. We do have to move on, Jim. Here are all the official plays for people who want to know. Once again, Jimmy the Bag is on the Mets money line minus 113. Colorado run line plus 195. Twins money line minus 108. Oakland money line minus 105. Atlanta game over 8.5 minus 110. And Oakland second half minus 135. Those are all Jim's official picks. My official picks are Mets minus 1. Boston Red Sox minus 1. Oakland second half money line. Cleveland Indians second half money line. Arizona first 5 innings team total over 2.5. Oakland minus 1. Arizona minus 1, and Milwaukee first 5 innings team total over 2, and full game team total over 4. Those are all the official picks so far. We'll be going over all this once again in the 6 o'clock show. We'll check the line moves. We'll check the other comments that come in, and maybe we'll add some plays to our official plays. Jimmy the Bag.
Just to help me go into my afternoon study, Holland was sent to the bullpen and comes back, looks really good, 3 outings, not incredible but sharp. 5 earned runs, 16 in the third. He was able to shut down this Pirates team over 6 in the third in May. What do you think of Twadi's team total over with Pirates? Is this just a hot team?
I don't know. I didn't look at it. No overnight line, and I will look at it in the afternoon. We do kind of have to move on, though, Jim.
Okay, cool.
All right, very quickly, we'll just look at WNBA very quickly. I have no play. Both of the lines, both the games did not have overnight lines, so I didn't make any bets on them. Obviously, Connecticut is a juggernaut. I've had success, as had Godmother 87, with taking Connecticut team total overs, but this one is going to be a high team total over. It's going to be approaching 100. Obviously, Connecticut has had 2 huge offensive games, or like 4 or 5 huge offensive games in a row. And then we have another situation where the Indiana Fever is a huge underdog. I'm going to look into that one a little bit more in the afternoon to decide whether or not Phoenix is likely to roll. I have no official plays on WNBA. Do you have anything about either of these games, Jim? Do you want to keep
this is my afternoon project. This stuff and going over. I really focused on the 15 baseball games. Tomer says I'm on Connecticut. I got -9. I think the Sun are the second best team in the WNBA right now, and he was saying that a nice opportunity to take them to win it all. I believe it was an 8-1. I think he said that yesterday. He says they're healthy and peaking. Sun love up-tempo games, and Sky play fast and don't defend.
So I was thinking, that's how I was thinking. Maybe a shot with the over and the first half over and the first quarter over, despite the fact that these totals are so high. Maybe I'll throw that one on right now, because I think the total in this game, in the Connecticut game, is definitely going to get bet up. Right, Jim? Definitely going to get better.
Most likely. Has it gone? What happened to it? So far?
I mean, it opened in like the 170s. If it hasn't already gotten bet up,
it definitely will. It was opened at 176. It's already at 177.
This shit is going to get bet up, but we might see 100 points at halftime in this game easily. Jim,
are you taking it right now?
I'm thinking about taking it, but why don't we move on? We do have to keep a brisk pace here. Okay. Any other comments before we move on to NFL?
Just that Tomer says Sun have been significantly undervalued since the break.
And Nolly Knows likes the Mets game under. All right, let's move on. I might take a shot right now with Connecticut on the first half and first quarter over. But while we're doing that, there are a couple of NFL preseason games that are going tonight. We're going to try to get to all 4 of them in the afternoon show. I did not have a chance to do any of my research, but I'm definitely going to get to that. And Teddy B says that he likes the over in the Jets-Falcons game. I'm liking the Falcons' offense in general in the regular season. I haven't been able to look at this one again as far as the preseason is concerned. Any comments coming in? Atlanta, Jets, Detroit, Oakland are the 2 games that are going tonight.
Carl says Jets are going to go off today.
Someone said yesterday they liked the Jets. Who was it? I can't remember who it was. I think it was. Oh, I remember who it was. It was that guy Michael Holthauser said that he loved the Jets.
Yeah.
But we didn't mention it because they weren't playing yesterday.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna spend more time. He was because of the quarterback battles, and he believes in that squad there. And And then back to WNBA, Kobe says the Sun have won 6 of the last 9 meetings against the Sky. 38-point beatdown last time clubs met in June. Sky have been a very good fade.
Okay, I'm going to take the first half over in the Chicago-Connecticut game because I think this one is probably a good bet and probably going to get bet up. Right now, I will take 87 minus 113. 87 minus 113. That's the current line at Bet Online. It's a split line, 87 or 87.5. I think this one is going to be 88.5 by the time we're sitting here in the afternoon show. I'm going to take a shot with this one. Connecticut and Chicago. First half, 87 over minus 113. And I'm also going to check the first quarter line right now. Any opinions coming in on...
It's actually gone down a little bit.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't think that's going to... And also the first quarter is very low for a game like this.
Why would it be like this?
I don't know, but I'm going to take that one as well. I'm also going to take the Chicago game. First quarter over 43.5. 43.5 minus 120. That's the current line at Intertops. Intertops currently has the best line for the first quarter over in Connecticut, Chicago. 43.5 minus 120. Pinnacle has 43.5 minus 120 through. I'm throwing both.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense to me. Over 43.5.
And by comparison, look at the Indiana-Phoenix game. I mean, for sure, Phoenix likes to play a fast pace, but Indiana can't really score. That first quarter total is just 43. Now you got Connecticut against Chicago, 43.5.
I'll jump on that first quarter.
You want that one?
Yeah.
All right, Jim's going to also take Chicago. First quarter over 43.5 minus 120. That is the best line right now at Intertops. Thank you so much, Intertops. Any comments coming in on an NFL, Jim? Any opinions here?
Oh, sorry, I was just focusing on the line movement.
Go ahead. Josh Peacock says Jets might get this win. Seems like a lot of people. Seems like the Jets might be the way to go. I'm going to look into this one. Rostradamus says Connecticut and Chicago play again in 2 days at Connecticut. Okay.
Very interesting. Teddy B says Bridgewater and Darnold will be showing out there. Quote me, Loshak.
Yes, and Kobe Valentine says Bridgewater is a former starter who can still start in this league, so you know he'll be eager to prove himself. If not for the Jets, somebody else. The Jets might be a worthy play. We'll look at this.
Yeah, this might be.
King Rail says it's not the Sun you have to worry about, it's the Sky scoring. That's the problem. Yeah, so maybe the Sun team total overs, even though they're super high on the first quarter and first half, are also worth a shot, and I might throw those on there as well. Let's see, what else do we have? Comments coming in, Jim. Anything you're seeing?
Dancy says Bridgewater was a great player before the injury, hoping for big things out of Teddy. Yeah, he's an easy guy to cheer for in this situation, no doubt. Kyle Jack says, "What's the CFL play tonight?"
We're gonna get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Let's just finish. Decide if we're done with the NFL segment here.
And one more I'd lean Phoenix first quarter. Can't see them covering 12 full game. And then
King Rails is very right about Connecticut. They've just been money on their team total overs. I'm thinking about throwing on those as well. The Connecticut first quarter right now is 23.5 at Heritage. Let me see what Pinnacle has here for the Connecticut team. Yeah, 23.5. That's high, but that is very tempting. Connecticut probably is in the 30s by the end of the first quarter. No.
No, I like that first quarter. That makes a lot of sense to me.
All right, I'm going to throw that one on there as well. Thank you for pointing that out. I mean, that's the way I was thinking anyway, but reading King Rail's comment just made me realize, yeah, don't overthink it, Loshak. I'm going to take the Connecticut. First quarter, team total over 23.5 minus 105. That's the current line at the Pinnacle. And again, if this one loses, which it could, I'm fine. I think it's a value play. I'm going to take Connecticut first quarter, team total over 23.5. And the Connecticut first half team total is 46.5.
Touts McGee saying money's coming in on the Jets. One book is plus 16 grand in wagers just since the beginning of our show.
Yeah. The Jets might well be the play here, and maybe I'll throw on a play. Maybe we'll make that play while we're talking about it here. Jim, any other comments?
King Rail says I don't bet team totals, but I like that bet.
Yeah. Yes.
Carl says Darnold and Bridgewater will at least have 2 TDs.
And I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw on the Connecticut first half team total over as well. It's high, but understandably so. And 46, I actually like the first half better because sometimes teams like Connecticut, sometimes things can be a little bit quirky. And, if you like a play that's fundamental, you want a bigger time span as opposed to a smaller time span. So I'm going to take the first half team total over 46.5 minus 105. That's the current line at Pinnacle. So I've added on first quarter and first half team total overs as well for Connecticut. All right, Jim.
So Lions versus Raiders. Tomor says I'm on Oakland. I like their rotation with Manuel, and Cook. Detroit's backup quarterbacks aren't impressive.
Okay, let me see. Wow,
the Jets agrees.
Are up to -4 now.
Not applicable agrees. Raiders over Lions.
Raiders over the Lions. Wow, look at this shit. The Jets opened, the money line was -120. Now it's up to -190.
Oh, my
Look
goodness.
at this. Ton of money coming in on the Jets.
Wow.
They opened at 1.5. Now it's up to 4 or 3.5. Maybe we want to jump on the Jets as soon as we possibly can, especially maybe Jets first half.
Wow. And but you can still get 3.5.
Yeah, you still can get 3.5.
Yeah.
And Teddy B says he likes the over. So maybe the Jets team total over at 20. What do you think, Jim?
It makes sense. It makes sense. I just don't want to rush preseason bets and not have done my due diligence. Although I agree, it all makes sense, but it is preseason, and I just want to take a little more time.
Well, I've seen enough and I've heard enough. I'm going to make this one an official play. Jets team total over 20 minus 110. That's the current line at Heritage, and I'm gonna quickly check Pinnacle to see if maybe they have a little bit better. But that's an official play for me. New York Jets team total over 20 full game. Let's see if Pinnacle might have a little bit better than that. I took 20 minus 110. Let's see what we got here. 20 minus 110, and no team totals as yet for at Pinnacle. So I'm just gonna make that one a play. Jets team total over 20 minus 110. All right, Jim. Any other comments that are coming in?
Tomer says if Bridgewater was a starting quarterback, someone would have signed him. Half the QBs in this league are garbage. Tomer says Bridgewater didn't throw the ball downfield much, and he depended on his legs. Not sure he will run after this injury. King Rail says on Oakland, also favorite bet on the NFL card.
Wow. Okay. Antonio Jones says Jets have good quarterbacks, but those young receivers are going to be over anxious. Touts McGee says, I'm telling you guys, this Jets line is getting hammered. 49% of the tickets, but 95% of the money is on the Jets.
Wow.
Yeah, yes.
Marco Lou says Lions over the Raiders, so that goes against what most are saying here.
All right. So let's move on, Jim. Quickly, CFL, of course, Jimmy the Bag is now, I think, 12-6 overall.
Yeah,
in
I
CFL.
have to look at shitty records. Let's throw up a good one.
All right, let's throw up
second.
Jim's record if you got it. Jim's record. Jim had Edmonton last night, 2 ways, first half cash, full game lost. There you go. Jimmy the Bag, 12-6 in the CFL. Very nicely done. We do have.
Yeah, well, we're very, very quick here. But that game, Jason Moss just got completely outcoached by Bono. Look for that moving forward. Look for the Lions' second half plays moving forward. Lions live, especially at home. My God, they came back from 17-0 in the second half against the Bombers. They came back from 20-10 against the Eskimos. They're just a very, very, very well-coached group. Is that record going to come down?
No, that's okay. We can leave it up. That's a very nice. No reason to pull it down unnecessarily. Jimmy the Bag, absolutely no reason to pull it down unnecessarily.
But yeah, so Ticats Bombers, I just need a ton more work to put into this game. So I don't want to give any of my leans right now before I've done my work on it. So I'm going to hammer this in the late game, and I'll let you guys know what it is and what it isn't.
Okay, I'm putting in some bets here on Connecticut team total overs. And hopefully those will be okay. So Jimmy the Bag is going to. All right. So that wraps up the show for today. Let's see, Jimmy. In the evening show, what are we going to have? Slight possibility we might have rugby. I can't guarantee, but if I do have time to look at it, we will get into it. We'll review MLB, of course. We'll do more in-depth analysis of WNBA. Of course, we'll do a lot more in-depth analysis of the NFL preseason games that go tonight, and maybe the ones that go tomorrow. And what else am I forgetting here? And Jim, of course, will have some in-depth analysis of CFL.
Oh, I'm going to hammer these games. Yeah, without doubt, I'm going to hammer them.
Okay, and once again, in addition to the MLB plays that we gave, Jim took Chicago first quarter over 43.5. I took Chicago first quarter and first half overs. Connecticut first half and first quarter team total overs. And I threw on Jets team total over 20 as well. Again, a lot of people liking Jets. Money coming in on Jets. Teddy B said, trust me, over 36 in the game. So if they're both right, or even if they're both a little bit right, the Jets team total over at 20 should have some value. Yeah, anything else? Any parting words, Jim?
Just love you guys so much.
Yes.
Let's have a great Friday. Let's get that cash
Friday.
And roll us into the weekend in the way we deserve to be rolled into it.
All right. That's it. We'll see you at 6 o'clock Eastern time.